Hello everyone, I'm Abraka Arsenault. Today, I can't wrap my mind around Bruno Mars losing $50 million. Bruno Mars has allegedly racked up over $50 million in gambling debt at MGM. A source close to the matter spilled the chips with the outlet. MGM basically owns him, they continued. He makes $90 million a year off of the deal he did with the casino, but then he has to pay back his debt. He will only make $1.5 million per night after taxes. Mars has become a staple in Las Vegas entertainment thanks to his residencies, including a solo run and one as part of Silk Sonic. The Grammy Award winner's forthcoming series of shows at Park MGM isn't about fan demand but more about making good on his supposed outstanding balance. Although Mars and none of his representatives have commented on the allegation, he's been candid about his love for casinos. For example, in 2016, he and James Corden jammed out during his carpool karaoke segment on The Late Late Show, and Mars joked about his gambling kick. With the allegations out, Mars' 2013 story with GQ has resurfaced. In the interview, the singer reflected on how his love for gambling started back when he was 19 years old. "I used to be like a loudmouth," he said. "You know the guy, people would want to take his money. If you do get them to lose, they're out for you, they're gunning for you. And that's when they're weak. And that's when you jump or pounce on them." Mars went on to detail his first major loss of $100. "I remember my first bet," he said. "My hand was shaking, and a guy called me out on it and embarrassed me," he said. "You gotta lose. You just have to lose to win, to understand." Bruno Mars, if you are listening, it's time for Gamblers Anonymous. Our next story is about Sugar Ray being sexually abused by his trainer. Sugar Ray explained what happened to him on an episode of Caitlyn Jenner and Lamar Odom's new podcast, Keeping Up with Sports. The sports podcast features interviews with some of the biggest names in sports, including former boxing champ Sugar Ray Leonard. Caitlyn and Lamar, alongside sports influencer, co-host Zach Hirsch, brought on Sugar Ray Leonard as their first guest. In a sneak peek video, Sugar Ray opens up about being a victim of sexual abuse at the hands of one of his trainers. "I was sexually abused by one of my trainers," Sugar Ray said, "and I kept it in my heart and in my head for 10, 15, 20 years. He continued, "I don't even know how long it's been. I never said anything, but when I did say it, I broke down like a baby. I cried so hard, because I was hurting." That is a lot of trauma for a strong boxer like Sugar Ray to come out and tell the world that he was sexually abused. It takes a lot of courage. Now I want to talk about how Wendy Williams was taken advantage of. The drama surrounding talk show queen Wendy Williams' Lifetime documentary is getting more disturbing. Wendy, who made an estimated $10 million a year as a talk show host, was paid only $100,000 an episode for the devastating Lifetime documentary, which showed her at her worst. People close to Wendy believed that she was exploiting and tricked into participating in the documentary. They took advantage of Wendy's impacted mental capabilities, and tricked her into signing the legal paperwork. In recently filed court documents, Wendy, 59, was paid only $100,000 per episode in the four-part documentary. The harrowing TV show exploited Wendy, showing her in the confusing throes of dementia. The payment plan was set out in an 18-page contract Wendy allegedly signed in early 2023 shortly before she was diagnosed with primary progressive aphasia and frontotemporal dementia, the same disease that impacts action hero Bruce Willis. "I believe greed is so bad that people will figure out a way to rob if you have money or fame in many ways." Thanks for listening. I'm Abraka Arsenault with International Entertainment Promotions.